Okay, everybody. Welcome back to the Guardian Rebel Review. And in this video, I want to address those claims that Gunn recently made in that July 7th interview, where he said that his Superman film did not need to make $700 million. That is total BS. I'm going to refute those claims because it needs to make every bit of money that it can for it to be profitable or successful. And in this case, with a Gunn Superman film, they're being disingenuous about how much money they spent to produce and market the film. In fact, they have spent $500 million on this movie. And we all know that a movie needs to make double whatever it makes in theaters to make a profit because the studio has to spend, it has to share 50% of its profit with the theater chains. So with Gunn's film, uh, according to those tax forms from the state of Ohio, the budget is $363 million. Okay, and they spent an additional $200 million on marketing, and I know that has to be true because I've seen the marketing for Superman everywhere. I've seen it on billboards. I've seen it on television commercials. I've seen it on the internet. I've seen it on social media when I'm scrolling. And these things are going on all over the world. So there's no way they did not spend $200 million on marketing. And another thing I want to mention is the fact that they were claiming that the budget for this movie is only $225 million. That's impossible. Okay. That's the same amount of money that the studio spent on Man of Steel in 2013. And there's no way that in 2025, with inflation, with costs going up, that they're spending the same amount of money to make Gunn Superman in 2025. No, that's impossible because they've had cost overruns. They've had to do reshoots. They had to hire a new editor. They had to hire a new composer. They had to spend a lot of money on special effects. They filmed the movie in multiple locations. They had to go to Cleveland, Ohio. They had to go to Los Angeles, and they filmed those scenes with the Fortress of Solitude in Norway. And all that costs money. Those costs add up. And we're talking about $25. So there's no way they only spent $225 million. It's $363 million. They're lying. They're just too egotistical to admit that they're over budget. In addition to that, if Superman is going to be a successful, it really needs to be doing what another that their competitor is doing, and that's Jurassic World. They need to be making numbers like that movie. Right now, at the time of this recording, Jurassic World is at $652 million. That movie has a loyal fan base. That franchise is celebrated. It's doing better overseas. It has long legs. Parents are taking their kids to see it more than once, so it's going to make its money. By the time it ends its run, that movie is going to be at $1 billion. But meanwhile, Superman, they're not going to have the same success. You see, because there's a reason why Gunn mentioned the $700 million mark in that interview. They said he's disputing the $700 million because the studio knows that's where they're going to end up. They've seen the projections. They know how much money they're going to be making. Because this weekend, for example, Fantastic Four is going to be coming out. They know that Fantastic Four's earnings are going to cut into what they're expecting to make because Superman is going to lose screens this week. They're going to sell less tickets. They're going to have less butts in the seats. A lot of people have already seen that movie. Fantastic Four is coming out, Matter of fact, and they say that that movie has done better with the pre-sale tickets. People are excited about that. They're going to go see that movie. So I'm guessing that uh, Superman is probably going to fall somewhere close to. It's going to end up at around $500 million this weekend. They're going to earn a little bit more money. It might be a little bit short, so they're going to hit somewhere close to $500 million. That movie's ability to earn money is going to really slow down and drop off. And the studio realizes they made a mistake. They know they messed up. Meanwhile, these shields are online talking about, oh, well, Superman doesn't need to make $700 million. That's not necessary. It doesn't need to make it. They're going to make more movies. They already filmed more movies, so it's going to be successful. That's a bunch of crap, you know. Um, because when the movie first came out, they were like, "Oh, it's going to be $1 billion movie." Now they know that the film is struggling, that it's not as popular as they expected it to be. So now they're changing their tune. Now they're trying to make adjustments or whatever. Now they're making excuses, and I'm not buying that. Uh, it needs to make $1 billion to see a profit or be successful because they got to split or give theater chains 50% of whatever they're going to be making, and what's gonna happen again with Superman? It's probably gonna land somewhere between $700 million and $640 by the time it ends its run, and that's the same amount of money that Man of Steel made uh 12 years ago. So if they're only making the same money that Man of Steel made 12 years ago, what was the point in rebooting the universe and recasting Cavill in the first place if you're not making more money? When Gunn and the studio promised to give us something better, uh, but they're falling short. All they did was give us a freaking Guardians of the Galaxy Superman movie, and that's not going to cut it. If they only make $640 million, then that movie is going to take like a $200 million loss, or the studio is going to lose about $200 million on it. And if that happens, investors are not well. They're not going to be happy. Gunn's going to be out of a job, and his universe is going to get canceled. And these are the you see this was frustrating about Warner Brothers Discovery. They don't learn from their mistakes. They keep doing the same dumb thing over and over. All they had to do is just stick with the Snyderverse. Let Zack Snyder do his thing, finish his vision. They'd have been making money. They were making billions of dollars. The first Snyderverse films made $4.9 billion. They made plenty of money with Wonder Woman. They made money with Man of Steel. They made money with BVS. They made money with Aquaman, $1 billion movie. They made almost $800 million with their Suicide Squad. So there was no way to walk away from all that. They decided to scrap it because they was like, we need to be like Marvel to make Marvel money. We got to do what Marvel's doing. No, the reason the Cyberverse was successful because they were doing something different, and that's what fans want. That's what fans crave. That's what we were asking for. But they wanted to go the dumb route and give us this nonsense, and now they're paying the price. Now they're seeing that they messed up. So that's all I have for this video. I just want to address that this weekend. I'm going to revisit this issue in terms of what I think Superman is going to be making to be more accurate. I want to take another look at those numbers this weekend and discuss it even further. Once again, thanks for tuning in, guys. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll talk to you guys again soon. Take care.